So one of the key parts of the Employment Rights Act is around changes to unfair dismissal. So today, employers are protected against claims of unfair dismissal if the employee has been in post for less than 2 years. That's going to move down to 6 months, or a 6-month probation period. So within that 6 months, employers will still be protected against unfair dismissal claims, but beyond that, employees will be able to bring those claims to an employer and also an employment tribunal if they feel they've been unfairly dismissed. What does this mean in practice is that the number of claims for unfair dismissal against employers will go up. It will put more pressure on the court system, the tribunal system, and it will mean that it's more expensive and takes longer to clear up any of these unfair dismissal claims. What do employers need to do is, if they don't already have a very tight process around probation, performance and disciplinary processes, now is the time to make sure you've got that in place. And certainly within that first 6 months, have a very, very clear performance framework, disciplinary procedure and probation process to ensure that if you do need to exit an employee, firstly, if you know that a relationship isn't going to work out with an employee in the first 6 months, you're making that decision in time. And secondly, if you need to end a relationship with an employee post that 6 months, you've got very, very clear processes and documentation around how you've reached that decision, so you're protected against an unfair dismissal claim. If you run an organization of any size, and especially given the high degree of staff turnover within social care, it's really important to have very robust HR systems and technology to help you run that. And ideally have really standardized templates across the organization for each of your probation objectives, disciplinary processes, and ensure that those things are really clearly documented and shared with the employee, and you've got a very, very tight process within your system, well stored, well documented, and able to support you in any challenging decisions you need to make.